Hello everybody, it's a beautiful day in Rust, and I think it's time to address fertilizer. It's a pretty simple subject but essential to your plant's health. So I'm standing here in front of my barn and compost test section, and let's find out the scoop. What's the truth? What really does work, what doesn't work? So to start with, horses produce dung if they're fed. Pickles are the cheapest way to feed them. They will eat pretty much anything, whatever you have left over from your farm. You can buy pickles cheap at Bandit Camp, and it'll keep them happy. I keep a store of pickles here, and get a full inventory every now and then. And what will happen is your horses will produce dung at a rate of about 3 per hour. And you take the dung, you put it into a composter. Now, a composter takes 2 tarp and 200 wood to make one. You put your dung in here, and just like a lot of fires and stuff like that, furnaces, the more stacks you make, the faster it will produce the dung. So you want to keep 10 or 11 stacks full, and each dung will give you 5 fertilizer. So a barn like this, I produced like 6,500 fertilizer in the last couple of days. Dung is far and away the best way to get fertilizer, and nothing else is even anywhere near as good. And just to make sure, because I don't believe half the stuff I see on videos or read, because it's wrong as often as it's right, I set up a whole array of compost, and in each one I put 100 items. And trout was one of the best. 100 trout gave me 80 fertilizer. As far as meat goes, wolf meat, raw gave you 20, cooked gave you 20. Same way for pork, same for fish, same for bear, deer, horse, chickens. All the meats will give you 100, will give you 20. So 5 will give you 1 fertilizer, except for human meat. 100 will give you 10. So it is the worst. So any type of meat is what I would call an average compostable. Trout is good. All meats are average. Pumpkin was poor. Let's put it that way. 10 gives you 1. So 100 gave me 10. It's only half as good as meat. Corn, second best after trout. Trout gave me 80, far and away the best. Nothing else close other than dung, of course, which is a whole different category. Corn gave me 30. So it's almost 3 for 1. Minnows are terrible. 10. Like human meat, like pumpkin. I was hoping for better there. I thought maybe fish traps You know, you put out some fish traps, you get some trout, you get some minnows. Well, the trout will do you great, but the minnows don't do anything really, or minimally. Pickles are average. Shrooms are average. Apples, all these things are just like meat. 5 for 1. Cactus, same thing. And then the worst is plant fiber. 100 plant fiber gave me 5. 20 to 1. It's garbage anyway, so you might as well dump it in there, but you need to put a lot. And know this, it has to be increments of 5 or it just goes away. You get nothing. Obviously you need 20 to get just one fertilizer. So that's the scoop. If you're going to put things in a composter other than dung, you're best off with trout, followed by corn. Corn will give you 30, but it's really not a good option because I think you're better off just selling it. And all meats will give you 20, just like pickles and shrooms and apples and cactus will. Now, a little food for thought. One horse will produce 6 dung in 2 hours. You put it in your composter, you get 30 fertilizer. 6 times 5, 30. Your planters need 9 per harvest. So 3 large planters can be kept happy with 1 horse. 1 horse produces 3 more than you need every harvest. So you slowly bank if you're just using horse dung. So if you have a small farm, a 3-planter farm like I suggest, and 1 horse, you have all you need. And if you're going to go with a large farm, you'll need more horses, or you'll need to put a lot of other stuff in your composters. 2 horses provide enough for 6 planters. 4 horses, 12. These 6 horses produce enough for my large farm right over here. And that's the scoop on fertilizer. Not much more to tell you. I think that covers it. Get a horse, if at all possible. If not, put out fish traps and get trout. Use pickles in the fish traps if you want to be cheap. And take the trout. Don't cook it, don't gut it, don't do anything. Just stick it in a composter, and you'll be able to get enough for, depending on how many fish traps you have, enough for a small farm. That's the scoop on fertilizer. Hope you learned something from this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.